Hello peoples, this is Dap the E-Vegan. Today's topic is about worm castings and composting. So this should be a short video. So let's go. Alright, so I have decided to buy worm casting for my garden and also bought a composting bin. So what I'm about to start doing is using worm casting as fertilizer for the garden, and I am also going to start composting food materials that I could potentially use for my garden. Now I don't know exactly how I am going to go about doing this composting thing, because this will be my first time doing it, and I basically need to learn more about how I am supposed to compost foods, waste, things like that. So for example, you can compost tea bags. So I drink tea, for example. I drink tea every morning, so I could compost tea bags. My wife drinks coffee. We can compost that. We can compost banana peels. We eat bananas every week. We can compost banana peels, other fruits, let's say apples, things like that. So I have to learn how exactly I'm supposed to do that and how I'll be able to use it for my garden. So, I mean, I know that when you're composting, you're supposed to let the idea is to break down organic components into a usable form that can be applied onto the garden to act as natural organic fertilizer. But I assume that these organic wastes will have to decompose to a certain degree so that you can use it. I mean, let's say you have a banana peel, for example. You can't put a whole banana peel in your garden, so it's gonna have to break down somehow. So I have to learn how exactly that needs to happen. But in the meantime, again, I bought the worm casting. The worm casting that I bought is the Noble brand. Noble worm casting it's organic. It's like odor free, non-toxic. I don't even know that. I don't even know that worm castings can be toxic, but it says it's non-toxic, odor-free. Even though it's odor-free, it still has some odor. Trust me. I think that any kind of poop from any animal will have some kind of odor. Okay, so basically, worm casting is just remains of worms. The waste of worms, basically. So, and I'm sure they've added other organic ingredients or components to it to make the complete content. But yeah, so the worm casting is what I'm going to use as my long-term fertilizer now. So right now I have a fertilizer that I use called Jobe's Organics fertilizer. So I'm pretty much using that daily with the water that I use to water my plants, and I use it in small amounts, so it's not gonna exhaust the soil or the plants. But I also need to add something to the garden that would act as fertilizer for that can act as fertilizer for months on end. Okay, so worm casting is supposed to act as natural fertilizer that can can self-release as fertilizer over a few months period, so over a 2 to 3 months period. So it basically acts as a long-term fertilizer, which is great. And apparently there is no other fertilizer out there that can do such a thing. I mean, so like, I guess most fertilizers are good for about a month or something like that, but apparently worm castings are the most natural, organic things that you can use to enrich the soil and to have your plants going, strong and vibrant. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Worms are, part of, the soil, and they're naturally occurring organisms in the soil that go in the soil. They eat things, they break things down. Their feces add more nutrients to the soil. So, on and on and on. But I'm excited to use it. So this would be, and it was one bag. I don't remember the size, but it's a pretty big bag. It's not a small bag. It's a pretty big bag. I'm gonna do more videos on it though, and you're gonna see what it looks like. But it's the price was like $29, and I believe I should be able to use just this one bag for this entire season. I was reading somewhere online where 1 tablespoon of fertilizer can be enough for like a bucket of soil for plants, for as fertilizer, and then of course again that will last for like 2 to 3 months. So I mean, that the bag that I have is gonna last a long time. So I'm excited to use it, and more excited and interested in how this composting thing is going to work out. It's a 2.5. It's like a 2 or 2.5 gallon composting bin. So it's pretty small. I don't want anything big right now. So still gotta work out the kinks on it. So interesting to see how it's gonna pan out. But that's pretty much it for today. I said it's a short video, but it's already going into 7 minutes. So anyway, there's nothing short with me. Alright, so till next time, guys. See you later.
This is Dap the E-Vegan. I'll be putting out more videos and content. So please like, subscribe, and share for more updates. Continue evolving. Peace.